Are you making quesadillas wrong? What about mac and cheese? I bet you're definitely making eggs wrong. And is it even possible to eat salad wrong? All right, maybe you're not doing anything wrong. I'm sure you're not. Today, I'm sharing with you super simple ways to level up these really simple foods. School is back in session for my littles and also at colleges, and so I wanted to share with you incredibly easy, simple hacks to level up these really simple foods. Let's go. The first in our series is the humble quesadilla. I'm going to show you 2 ways how you can instantly make it 10 times better. There are a couple tips on making quesadillas. The first one is to put it to medium-low heat. So medium-low heat and get the pan hot. In this one, I'm going to show you my favorite tip. It's the easiest way to make your quesadilla taste amazing with really nothing special. So the first thing you want is to add butter to your pan while it is warming up, and you want to just melt that around. You want it on medium-low heat because you want the pan to be hot enough to crisp the tortilla, but you also need it low enough where it's going to have time to melt the cheese before the tortilla burns. So we've melted the butter in this pan, and in this one, instead of butter, we are going to just add a little bit of cheese. Yes, the cheese does go inside the quesadilla, but we're just going to put it just a little bit straight in the pan, and you don't need to grease it because there's plenty of grease from the cheese that's going to melt. And then what we're going to do is put the tortilla directly on top of the cheese and let that kind of melt. Now back over here, now that the butter is melted, we are going to salt and pepper the pan. So I've got my red mineral salt as usual, and we're just going to generously salt the butter and pepper the pan. Now we're going to add our plain Jane tortilla. Otherwise it's just going to be cheese melted in a tortilla, which you want it to be crispy and flavorful. So then you put your tortilla in there, and then you fill the inside with cheese. I like to put a thin layer of cheese on the entire tortilla so then it melts evenly and quickly, and then the cheese will stick onto the other side when you flip it. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing with this. It's about half a cup of cheese on each one. Now we let these cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until the cheese is completely melted. This one looks ready to flip. This one is our cheese crusted quesadilla. So then you just want to take a spatula. You need to make sure this is in a pan that is non-stick. Now you have a cheese encrusted quesadilla, and this tastes amazing. I usually would salt and pepper this as well. Now on this side, we just have the salt and pepper encrusted one. Now that the cheese is melted, I'll just flip it and squeeze the cheese together so it sticks. Now what you have is this buttery salt and pepper encrusted quesadilla that honestly tastes way better, and it's so simple. So the first quesadilla, it just has butter, salt, and pepper encrusted into the tortilla, which makes it so crispy and salty and delicious. It's way better than just melting cheese inside of a tortilla. This is so good. You'll notice at restaurants, at like fancier restaurants, if you order a quesadilla, they do this. They salt and pepper each layer. Okay, the second one is the cheese encrusted one. It is so crispy. If you like that crispy edge on lasagna, on pizza, you will love this one. So good. And they're both the same thing, but those small changes really level them up. Okay, here's the next one. Salad. We eat salad at least once or twice a week. I always have salad in my fridge for lunches. This almost feels too silly to include because it's so simple and it seems like whatever, but it makes a huge difference. We eat salad all the time, always have it in the fridge, and the best way to just make it taste better, it just levels it up, is just salt and pepper. Salt and pepper your salads. Just because salad is salad doesn't mean that it doesn't need seasoning and it doesn't need love. So just salt and pepper it. I promise it's going to make a big difference. Next, I'm showing you how to make scrambled eggs better. I swear there's no other food than eggs that people can just make a million different ways, and they're so easy to make wrong. So I'm showing you my tips on how to just make them better almost instantly. In this pan, I'm going to show you how to make scrambled eggs that are amazing, fluffy, and perfect. And in this pan, I'm going to show you the top mistakes that I see people make. The first mistake I see is people just blast their eggs with such high heat because they want to get them done fast. The best way to make scrambled eggs is using a medium-low heat. We want to gently cook the eggs, not blast them. So to make my eggs, I'm just going to grease my pan. And in this pan, we'll do the mistakes I see. In this pan, I'll do the not mistakes. You'll see already these ones are bubbling up way fast, and these ones are just gently cooking. So these ones, another huge mistake I see is people using this. This flips pancakes. This is not something to make eggs with. But what I see most people do is they just go like this. So I see people just mutilating their eggs, cooking them on high heat, and then mixing them with the spatula. Then all the egg just gets in these little grooves of the spatula. I don't understand. In contrast, what you want to do is do medium-low heat and use a rubber spatula. These are my ThermoWorks ones. They're the best. And what I like to do is just crack the yolks and then very gently mix, stir, and constantly stir them, so then the whites and the yolks get all emulsified together, and you want to just scrape and fold. So I'm just gonna constantly stir these eggs very gently, and then these ones, you can see they're already browning, and that's a huge mistake too, is cooking them until they look done. See, these eggs are browned, they are overcooked, and then most people just kind of chop them up again like this. Now these eggs are kind of just, I don't know, they're not that good, I promise. So yes, they will get done sooner, but they're gonna be overcooked and just kind of rubbery like that. And these eggs, you want to just keep gently mixing, folding, but as you fold, you're incorporating a little bit of air in them, so then they'll be nice and fluffy. And here's the thing with perfectly cooked scrambled eggs is you want to pull them when they're slightly glistening. You don't want them to look completely done in the pan, otherwise they will overcook. So those I'm going to pull. And you want your eggs to kind of be in a little fluffy little cloud. They will keep cooking in the pan as well. Okay, well this pan looks trashed. Doesn't usually happen. Versus these eggs, which are just kind of all over the place, overcooked. They just smell bad. Like, you know that yucky egg smell? Like that kind of burnt egg smell? Eggs should never have this brown stuff on them, unless that's how you like it. These are the overcooked eggs. They're very rubbery and just loose. These are not very appetizing. These are the better ones that are cooked on low heat, gently stirred. Look how fluffy and light they look compared to these ones on high heat. So this is just a really small, simple way to make scrambled eggs taste better. And of course, season with salt and pepper. Next is the age-old classic Kraft mac and cheese. This stuff is a staple, of course, for college kids and little kids alike. So I'm just gonna make half a box today, and all that is half a cup of the noodles. Usually it's like a heaping half cup, and we're gonna let those cook for 8 minutes. So the trick with this special mac and cheese hack is to add the sauce, the cheese packet as usual, and then the butter as usual. And then the trick is instead of adding milk, you add heavy cream or half and half. You can do either one, but you just add in the same amount of cream or half and half instead of milk, and it makes the mac and cheese so much better. It's unbelievable. Just that one little swap honestly makes a huge difference. delicious mac and cheese. And of course, I salt and pepper everything for added flavor. So here's the mac and cheese made with heavy cream versus using milk. It's just creamier. It's just better. So next time, try that simple swap and you can thank me later. Okay, this is the last one, and I'll admit this one's a little extra, but I promise you can still do it at home. This is just a humble bowl of regular oatmeal. It has, you know, just the regular things in it, vanilla, cinnamon, and most people eat their oatmeal with a little bit of brown sugar. So I'm gonna teach you a way to level up your oatmeal so it's amazing. We're just going to put brown sugar on our oatmeal like normal. And the part that levels it up is using a kitchen torch. We are going to brulee our oatmeal and it is going to be freaking amazing. So if you don't have a kitchen torch, like most people don't, I will link one for you, but you can also use a broiler or an air fryer. And look how amazing this is. The sugar is getting all caramelized and crispy and crunchy, and the flavor is out of control. Okay, oh my gosh. The brown sugar is caramelized, crystallized, and this makes your oatmeal taste like you're eating creme brulee. It is out of this world. And that's all the kitchen hacks, cooking hacks I have for you today. If you like this video, make sure you watch my Are You Making Instant Pot Hard Boiled Eggs Wrong video right here, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.